Super Saiyan Blue has never left an impact on me. The only thing I recall from this form is the amount.
This guy's video was actually very interesting. And there's one thing about Super Saiyan Blue that I never really hear people talk about that I want to talk about real quick, and it's the fact that it got introduced too early. Just think about it, right? Super Saiyan God came in the Battle of Gods arc, and in the very next arc, we get Super Saiyan Blue. I feel like Super Saiyan Blue would have been better to be introduced in the Goku Black saga rather than the Resurrection of F saga, because guess what? We had Super Saiyan God for one arc, and then right after that, it basically became irrelevant until the Tournament of Power, in which Goku used it again. Like, we don't really see Super Saiyan God that often anymore, but we always see Super Saiyan Blue, and Super Saiyan Blue has never really had that moment to shine. And I feel like in the Goku Black arc, it could have had that moment to shine, because Super Saiyan Blue has never really been a transformation that's really had that big moment to itself. It's always been overshadowed. Super Saiyan Blue is a cool concept, it just could have been done better.
The Super Saiyan God transformation is one of the most interesting forms we have ever seen in Dragon Ball, next to the other forms like Super Saiyan 4, or Ultra Instinct, in which not only did these forms change their appearance, but it also changed the way they think and fight during battle, something I find fascinating when being introduced to a new transformation. What I liked about Super Saiyan God was how calm and collected Goku and Vegeta were during their battles. It felt so surreal to see them act this way, compared to the other forms in which they were always angry in some capacity or being aggressive, so it was really refreshing to see something completely different. Unfortunately though, this form doesn't stay relevant for very long in the franchise, as within the next arc, we were introduced to a new form called Super Saiyan Blue, that completely overshadows and ruins the development of Super Saiyan God throughout the rest of Dragon Ball Super. As much as I love this form to death, I think it was completely wasted or just forgotten about. For me personally, I didn't think it was fully utilized to its full capability in the Dragon Ball story, within the anime anyway. When it comes to utilizing a godly transformation, I expect the highest amount of training to reach the next step, which I felt like we didn't get much of. We don't get the chance to digest seeing Goku and Vegeta mastering Super Saiyan God. Instead of seeing Goku and Vegeta slowly working their way to develop Super Saiyan God, we get introduced to Super Saiyan Blue within the arc later and never see Super Saiyan God being used again. Dragon Ball Super has shown me that this form was like a stepping stone, and Super Saiyan Blue was more so the final form for Super Saiyan God, which is a shame as I thought this form was introduced way too soon. What makes me think that Super Saiyan Blue was too soon of a transformation? Well, it seems to just come out of nowhere. Now, I am completely aware that they do train to reach this form, but it was literally an arc later, so everything just seems to happen so quickly. Ultra Instinct was spoken about in Super from the very beginning, but we didn't get that form right away or within the next arc. Instead, we had to wait for a few more arcs for Goku to understand, reach, and develop Ultra Instinct, which is something I felt should have happened to Super Saiyan God. One thing I took note of in the Battle of Gods movie was Goku's displeasure of the Super Saiyan God transformation and how much he hated it. He was unhappy that he couldn't reach the level on his own, but did it anyway to please Beerus and potentially win against him. This quote alone made me hope that within the next movie or so, we would see Goku go on this journey to appreciate the Super Saiyan God transformation and make the power his own. And then further down the line, within the Universe 6 tournament or Goku Black arc, he would take it to the next level by reaching Super Saiyan Blue and so on. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at in this video, utilizing Super Saiyan God a bit better to help it stand out in the franchise before transitioning into the next form. I feel like if this form was the main focus for the first half of Super, it would have been way more developed and appreciated by fans, as it would make an impact on the series with Goku's training journey with the gods, instead of overstaying its welcome or being completely forgotten about.